Tom Cruise versus Keanu Reeves. Who's the better action hero? Tom Cruise has a reputation for performing his own stunts and scaring security and the prop teams working on his action movies. His Mission Impossible series features some of the wildest stunts performed by the actor on screen. While making the impossible possible is what Cruise is known for, he isn't considered an expert in martial arts or close-person combat, even though he has undergone extensive training in various styles, including Kenjutsu, Krav Maga, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. To perform his own stunts in movies, Keanu Reeves is another crucial figure in the action genre. From The Matrix to John Wick, the actor proved his legendary status in combat-intensive movies. More interestingly, Reeves also has a habit of performing most of his stunts, and fans may be surprised to learn just how hard he has pushed himself in the past. While on the surface, Reeves and Cruise seem like two distinct action heroes who should never be compared to each other, they actually share more similarities than most realize. Keanu Reeves makes impossible happen on screen as well. John Wick, Chapter 4. Extensively featured driving sequences and saw Reeves' titular assassin fighting his way to stay alive while being the target for every assassin in his area. While it wouldn't come as a surprise that the actor performed close combats, he was also mostly the one behind the wheel, and this has resulted in some very impressive scenes. In an interview with Top Gear, Tanner Faust, a racing driver who performed the stunt in some of Hollywood's biggest blockbusters, including Iron Man 2 and Fast and Furious, revealed that he also worked on John Wick, Chapter 4, but unlike before, his job wasn't to stunt drive. He was there to teach Reeves how to be like him in the movie. The whole goal of my job, essentially, was not to drive, he shared. I had to put the wig and the beard on and do the stunts, at least once, so it was in the can, but I spent 4 months in Berlin training Keanu on his days off from fighting, and he'd already learned quite a lot about driving from previous movies. The stunt performer admitted Reeves was a fast learner. He rides motorcycles, and I find people who ride motorcycles generally learn driving skills quicker, he said. The stunt team brainstormed 6 plans that would allow Reeves to learn and perform his own stunts in the movie, and the screenwriter would essentially write to these skills accordingly. He had to do it all one-handed while holding a gun, and sometimes reloading it mid-drift, he said. That gave the film guys the opportunity to rip the doors and windscreen off, so you could see it was him doing it all. Even though the legendary action hero learned during his off days in a short amount of time, Faust rated Reeves' drifting skill a solid 8 out of 10. I'm very picky. He's definitely the best of any actor I've worked with. Like I said, what really helps is he comes from motorcycles, where you learn not to slide the front tire. With cars, if you've already learned that, you're good. The stuntman also noted that one key difference that separates Reeves and Cruise, who enjoys pushing his limits, is that the Matrix star made the team feel very safe around him. You could trust that about him and his feel for the limit, and that's what makes him good and what made him able to do all the driving in the film, Faust said. Learning how to drive and actually being able to perform the moves in the films weren't as common as many would think. In fact, even as prolific as Faust, it hardly happens. That was a strangely rewarding thing that I didn't realize I'd enjoy as much. Remove ads. Cruise, on the other hand, has become a name that the stunt team would fear. F1. The movie's director, Joseph Kosinski, once admitted that he didn't even consider casting the Mission Impossible actor because of how hard he knows the actor pushes himself sometimes. The movie's action vehicle supervisor, Graham Kelly, worked with Cruise on top. In an interview with GQ, he detailed the experience of working with the legendary action hero. We'd have had a crash, Kelly joked. Tom pushes it to the limit. I mean, really to the limit. That terrifies me. He also mentioned that working on the set of Mission Impossible films was one of the most stressful experiences he ever had. Tom Cruise speaks highly of his acting rivalry. John Wick director Chad Stahelski met Reeves on the set of The Matrix. With a stunt performance background, Stahelski once compared the two action heroes. He revealed that while it seemed easy in the films, the stuff that Reeves did wasn't usual. There's a love of what he does, a love of the suffering to get to what he does there. The director said in an interview, there's a love of the journey, the craft, and this personal conviction to just, I'm going to do the best I can, and that's all there is to it. That will power and commitment. That's Keanu, and that's not normal. It's a Keanu thing, just who he is. The director admitted that Tom Cruise might be the only other actor in the industry who might be able to compete with the John Wick actor. It may be hard to believe, but Cruise is a big Keanu Reeves fan himself, and the actor has even admitted in the past that some of the things Reeves did in the films are very impressive. While speaking to Screen Rant, Cruise praised the stunts the John Wick actor did, what they did with the Wick franchise, and looking at that, you're saying, look at how they captured the tone from that, and that ability and charisma. He said, I know what it takes to do that stuff, so I always call him. I'm like, hats off. Man, hats off. And I dig those movies. I really love. Later, Reeves responded to the shout-out enthusiastically. I mean, he's a legend. You know, I don't know if he has an equal, the actor told Entertainment Tonight. The career that he's had, in action and performing, you know, he's very special. He's one of the best. It's cool to have a shout-out from the legend. Cruise jumps off cliffs and planes and throws himself in death-defying scenes, while Reeves specializes in cars. Cruise focuses on breaking boundaries, while Reeves pushes himself to give the best he can offer. Even on The Matrix, Reeves did most of his own stunts after spending months learning wirework and hand-to-hand combat. Both actors' approaches to action are rooted in love and dedication, but when it comes to who is a better action hero, it really depends on which area they're competing against each other. For instance, Cruise might not win in hand-to-hand combat if his opponent is Reeves. Similarly, Mission Impossible would look very different if Ethan Hunt were played by the John Wick actor. If Cruise were to play the titular assassin John Wick, he might pull in more Mission Impossible-style spy work than martial arts face-offs. More interestingly, each actor holds a world record. Cruise broke the record as the individual with the most burning parachute jumps by jumping off the plane 16 times with a fuel-soaked burning parachute while filming Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Keanu Reeves, on the other hand, holds the world record as the highest-paid actor in a single production for The Matrix Reloaded and The Matrix Revolutions. It's almost impossible to compare the two action heroes, but it does seem that Cruise generally pushes harder than any other actor in the industry. His effort goes beyond dedication to his work as an actor. Instead of learning skills to perform on screen, Cruise is a dreamer who makes the impossible happen, and that makes him so much more than just another great action hero. In the 2025 Mission Impossible movie, Cruise was told by wing-walking experts that his idea was not possible, so he talked to more experts until someone said yes to him. Tom said, "I want to be between the wings of the plane holding on to the tension wires, and I want to be in 0G between the wings." And wing walkers who do this for a living said, "That will never happen. You can never do that," director Christopher McQuarrie recalled while talking to GQ. With the scene later being featured in the movie's campaign, the actor made it happen eventually. Tom Cruise is someone who breaks ground and sets a new bar in the industry, and even though Reeves is as iconic as the Mission Impossible star in his own way, when it comes to who's better, the crown has to go to Tom Cruise.